Hello friends, welcome. So in today's video I wanted to share with you a market event that I had went to a few weeks ago. I know I've been putting this on hold. I said I was gonna get this out to you. Unfortunately, a lot of the footage got deleted, but I tried to salvage what I had. So I'm gonna work here with what I have. This was the morning of, and this is pretty much how I stuffed my trunk and stuffed the car. I actually ended up picking up two big tables you saw there on the bottom from someone in my neighborhood who had lent me them for the event. So thank you to the person who lent me those two tables. I am at the school now, and this is the school parking lot. I got there super early, and we were just trying to figure out like where we were gonna put our stuff because nothing was like labeled or anything. I did get an email a day or two prior to the event, like where everybody was set up, but once we were there, it was kind of like me and like one other person was in that area in the parking lot. So yeah, we were just trying to figure it out. I don't think the coordinator had got there just yet, but I was in the area of originally where I should be. That day, that morning, it was just super windy and extremely hard to put up my tent on my own. It was my first time like doing an event on my own. I brought the girls with me, but the wind was just so strong. It took out someone else's tent, as you can see there. A ton of people ended up leaving, and I contemplated on leaving myself because I couldn't get my tent up. I asked a few people if they would help me. One guy just blatantly said no, he's not gonna help me, which all respect. I understand. I asked. He said no, so that's fine. But yeah, it was just like so hard. Eventually, I did end up asking another one of the parents that was in the area, and they did try to help me, but I couldn't get the table up. The wind was just so bad. I suggest if it's a high winds day, it's just not even worth it. Like, I ended up staying a little longer. They ended up moving a lot of people to the front. This was the back of the school, and people were saying that the front, you can see there were some tents that were up there in the front. There was less wind. Some people did end up getting their tents up like you saw, but literally you had to hold them down. Like, they even had weights. Like, it was just crazy. Like cement weights, all kinds of different things. They were trying to keep it up. It was just really hard to keep anything on my table. Everything kept flying away, breaking, and yeah, the winds were just too strong. I wouldn't suggest you know doing a market on a windy day, or if you see that it's windy. I ended up just using one table, and I didn't really have to even borrow those tables. I went a little bit out my way to get those tables. I didn't want to invest in new tables yet because we are moving, but I ended up borrowing these two 6-foot tables, and I didn't really need them. I mean, it was good that I had them because they were a lot sturdier and heavier than the ones that I normally have, but I didn't get to use them the way I would have liked to use them. At this point, I was debating, I was trying to set up as much as I could. I wanted to put my whole canopy up and everything, but it just was not going to be possible. This is the next day. We actually ended up going to the park, and the very next day, it was so nice. The sun was out. There was like minimal winds, and yeah, I just wish that the day prior, like on the event, like if it was like this, it would have been perfect. But it wasn't. And I did have some footage of when I moved to the front. They did move a few people to the front since a lot of people did end up leaving because of the high winds. There was over like 90 booths there, like 90 other vendors. It was insane. It was a lot of people, and not a lot of people showed up, at least for the time being that I was there. There wasn't a lot of foot traffic at all. I stood just so I can make at least my table fee back, which the table fee wasn't expensive at all, which is why I ended up staying. It wasn't too much, so I just was like, well, I'm gonna stay here to try to get my table fee back. But I did end up getting my table fee back. I sold like a little whale and a few other items. The table fee for that specific event, it was I think $15, so it wasn't a huge loss if I would have left. It was just the time that it took out to go there and set up and all the energy. Like I was so winded, pun intended. Like I was like just so drained that day, and it was just, yeah, it was a lot trying to get my canopy up by myself. Eventually, like I said, I just ended up giving up because once I saw like the other girls' canopy break and all this other stuff and a bunch of people were leaving, I was really thinking like it wasn't a good idea. And yeah, so I stuck it out for a little bit. We did move locations. Unfortunately, all that footage I deleted on accident and I didn't get to, you know, show you guys. So I'm just adding the next day some footage of us at the park. But towards the end of this video, I'm going to be sharing a little unboxing of some new crochet hooks that I got. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Also, this is one of the flamingos that I did end up selling. And I sold this flamingo for, I believe, 30 bucks. 25 to 30 bucks. I don't remember. But yeah, I think it was 25 actually. So yeah, I sold it for 20 bucks, and that's how I got my table fee back and some. And I sold like another like few keychains and small little tiny whales. If you see my previous video, you may have seen like kind of the setup I wanted to do. All the stuff that I got from Dollar Tree, I ended up not using because they were just too lightweight and the wind was just blowing everything off the table anyway. I also ended up bringing like a ton of bows with me. I think I sold like maybe one or two bows, and the whole thing flew off the table, like my whole thing of bows, and was just flying everywhere. It was just ridiculous. It was crazy. This is some footage of like another event that I did previously. You may have seen that video, but I just wanted to kind of show you a little bit of a setup and how I was trying to set up a table similar to something like this. But yeah, I didn't get to do that because the wind was so bad. But I mean, sometimes, you know, it's a good day, and sometimes you just got to make that decision, you know, whether or not it's worth staying. I ended up making this little dino as well. There were a few items that I didn't get to show you guys that I did make and I brought with me to the event. But yeah, I mean, not much sold because I wasn't there for long. I did make this big cow. I think I showed you in the last video. A lot of a lot of interest in that cow, but he did not sell. There was a few people who said they were going to come back, but by the time, you know, that happened, I'm sure like I was way gone. But anywho, here's the unboxing. So I did order some furl hooks because they did have a new release on some limited edition hooks that I was shocked to see them back because they were limited edition, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to get them. And then also they had the streamline, the metal hooks in a smaller, like the smallest size. I think it was a 3.5, so I couldn't wait to get that as well, because I pretty much have all the other sizes that I normally use. So I really wanted a smaller size. A 3.5 I think was the smallest that they have, they carry. So I did end up ordering that as well. And yeah, so I just couldn't wait to open this. It came in the other day. Honestly, this is like the last thing I ordered before we move. This move has just been so stressful, but I'll save that for another video. Yeah, I might talk a little bit about that in another video, but it came with this little cloth, and this normally comes with the metal hooks just because, you know, the fingerprints and all that kind of get on it, and to keep all the scratches off of them. So like I don't store them like together because they do get scratched up. So you kind of want to store them separately. I don't store them like with my other hooks. You can also just keep them in the box. Yeah, I know like some people like to just keep the boxes and store them in the box, but I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of the boxes I have been holding on to them. But let me know if you save the boxes as well. So I only ordered 3, and I was like feeling them out because you can kind of feel the weight difference. So like they all say Streamline and Furls comes in this really pretty nice packaging, and this one felt like it was the metal one. I can feel it. It was very heavy and weighted. That's one of the things that I do love about the metal hooks. I really do like that weight when I'm crocheting, and it just feels sturdy, you know, in your hand. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break. So like I think it's worth the money. At least for me it is. These are a little bit more on the pricier end, but I enjoy crocheting with these, especially the metal hooks. I really enjoy these, and I think it's a money's worth spent. So yeah, this is the E, and this is a 3.5 millimeter hook, and it's the smallest one I think they carry. I didn't see anything smaller than that. But yeah, I absolutely love this. I've already tested it out and made a few things with it the other night. So yeah, if you are in the market for some new hooks, I would suggest these. These are just beautiful, and I don't know, I really enjoy crocheting with them. So it kind of tells you like, oh wait, not that side. It shows like the side that you should open it from. And these were I believe these are a carousel. So like they're the wood ones, so they're a lot lighter. That's how I was able to tell the difference, like which ones I was opening before I opened them. These are so beautiful. Like I love the finish on them, and these are called a carousel. They also had I don't know if it's called like Cruella, and I don't know if that's the name. But it's like black swirls, and then the other one I think is peppermint and it has the red, but those two were sold out, so I was able to get some carousel. If you're interested in these, there still might be some left. I don't know. I know that they were limited edition, so I was super excited to see them there, and I got a size 6 and I believe a 4. Yeah, I think so. Which I don't have those sizes in wood, so yeah. But anywho, also this is my honest opinion, honest review. This is not paid, and there's no affiliate links with Furls, just so you know. As of right now in this video, it's just all my honest opinion. The crocheting with the wooden hooks is not as nice and smoothly as the metal hooks, but I just like them for the looks, the way they look. I prefer to crochet with the metal hooks though, just my preference. You may like the wood better, I don't know, but yeah, that's just my preference. And yeah, I just really enjoy these and like these, and I wanted to share this unboxing with you because this was like the last thing I'm probably gonna be getting in this home. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry most of the footage got deleted from that last event. I had recorded quite a bit of me like moving to the front of the building, and you know, it was a little bit less windy there, but still not that great. And ultimately I ended up leaving because all my stuff just kept flying off of the table, and it just wasn't worth it, so I did not stay the whole event. I did, however, make at least my table fee back and just a couple bucks extra, but that's how it goes sometimes. And hopefully I will see you in another video soon. Thanks again. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and yeah, boost it out to more people, and just really helps overall support the channel. So I don't know, also let me know if you keep these boxes as well. Do you store them in the box, or do you just get rid of the boxes altogether? Since I'm moving, I've just been getting rid of like a lot of junk and just like a lot of boxes and extra materials that I don't need, so I might end up just getting rid of these, but I'm not sure if I just store them in there for the move. I also keep a lot of these specific hooks in my bag, so I don't think I really need the boxes. But yeah, let me know, do you keep the box or do you normally just toss it? Anywho, I hope to see you in another video, like I said. And yeah, comment below, let me know your thoughts. And yeah, would you have stayed in the event or left as well? I think I made the right decision on leaving. It was just too much. Also, they overdid the same vendors. Like, there was a lot of other crochet artists there. I forgot to mention that there was like maybe 4 or 5 at this event selling very similar things. So yeah, okay, I will see you guys later. Bye.